with Mario Lopez.
You're on Mario Lopez. Joining me now on Zoom from the Backstreet Boys, Mr. Nick Carter. Welcome to the show, man.
What's up, Mario? How are you?
I'm doing well. I see your Buccaneers flag prominently placed right there. Is that where home's at, Tampa?
Well, I'm living in Vegas. I've been out in Vegas for the past 5 years when we did our residency. And so, but I am from Tampa. I grew up in Tampa when I was 8 years old. So I last year could proudly say that I was a Buccaneers fan.
Yeah, hey,
it's funny.
It's funny because I was at the Super Bowl yesterday. I was actually with the general manager from the Buccaneers. Very nice, him and his wife.
Oh, you were with Jason?
Yeah, very nice people. Yeah,
I'm really good friends with him. He's awesome. It's funny because he called me. Well, actually, a couple years ago, before we actually got Tom Brady, I was constantly harassing him, asking him like, "What's going on? Who's going to be our quarterback?" Everything, and
I'm sure he appreciated all this.
He would give me all this inside information and tell me stuff that I really couldn't tell the public. And I kind of knew that Tom was coming there before,
Wow.
and they were going to make a run for him. So it was funny.
I like it. You got the bat line. Good for you, my man.
Thanks, bro.
Congrats on the new solo single, Easy, with Jimmie Allen. How'd this song come together?
So actually the song came together. I was in the studio about 4 months ago. I was trying to get motivated again in the middle of the pandemic. It's been 2 years since I've been on the road with the boys. We actually we stopped our DNA World Tour. We were down in South America, down in Brazil, getting ready to play for like a 50,000 seat stadium, and then just kind of picked up, went home. And so I've been pretty much just being a dad, stay-at-home dad, taking kids to school, doing all those things. And so I tried to motivate myself, got in the studio, started writing songs, and just wrote a song pretty much about like what I have been doing for the past 2 years, making breakfast in the morning, getting up, just gaining weight, being a dad, weight and all that stuff. Yeah, so it's and so I wrote the song called Easy. My producer Vic Martin, I asked him, because I was following. We had done some songs a couple years ago with Florida Georgia Line, God, Your Mama and Me, which was a crossover country hit, and that was #1. And so and we've done stuff in the past like Drowning, with the Backstreet Boys. We've had some influence on the countryside. And so anyways, I asked Vic, I said, hey, well, can you reach out to Jimmie, because I'm a huge fan. I've been listening to his music. Then I started watching him on Dancing with the Stars. And so he started asking me for advice when he was on the show, which was pretty funny. But then he just decided to write a second verse. And so we became really, really great friends. Just shot a music video in the desert about a week ago. And so that's going to come out really soon. But he's an incredible human being. Super genuine, just down to earth, and incredibly talented. And so he wrote the second verse, and the rest was history.
Nice, man. Is this going to be part of an entire album?
Honestly, we got about 2 months before we start touring again. We got about 58 shows in the States starting in June at the Hollywood Bowl out in Los Angeles, which you got to come, bring the family and everyone. Nice. So, I've dabbled in the solo world. Honestly, I have not really had any success as a solo artist. And I think there's a couple of things with that. Number one, been working really hard with the boys, have had 10 albums with them, and, been just happy being a Backstreet Boy, happy being in my niche. But this song is starting to resonate with a lot of people out there. And so if people want more of it, I might dabble a little bit more into it,
Yeah, right on, man. Well, good luck with that. And you mentioned the boys. The first full-fledged Backstreet Boys tour is finally going down. In 2 years, obviously, because of the pandemic and what have you. I got to imagine you're excited to be back on the road.
It's funny because, like I said, I gained like 20 pounds when I was so my fighting weight on the road was, when I was dancing and singing 2 hours, was around 200, a little bit under 200. I got to 225 at the height of the pandemic. So.
You might have to call your GM manager.
I did, but
you could start.
But I lost the weight actually, so it came off. So I'm down about 20 pounds now.
Good
so
for you.
I'm getting closer. So I'm excited. I really am. Mario, I was thinking, after 2 years, this pandemic, the state of the world, the way everything is, people really want to be entertained right now. And that's, they're longing for performances and just to just get away for a couple of hours. And that's my job. That's our job as entertainers. You know, we've been around for almost 30 years with Backstreet Boys, almost 30 years that we've been together. And I'm excited to get out there and put some smile on some people's faces and just entertain, do my job.
I agree with you. They're chomping at the bit to get out there. Will the family join you, or you kind of maybe on some stops? For the most part,
it's funny. Well, my son, he's 5 years old. My middle daughter, she's 2, and they're both in school now. And you know, and then my newborn daughter, she's 10 months old. And you know, thank you. So on one hand, you know, yes, I could put them on a bus. We could do kind of like the whole country thing. The other guys have pretty much, they have their families on the road all the time. But for me, you know, school is so important, and making sure that they have structure, making sure that they have like a consistent, you know, schedule and all those things. So I'm starting to get Odin into soccer, karate, you know, t-ball, all these things. And so maybe during a spring break or, you know, summer vacation, you know, maybe they'll come out on the road. But yeah, I'll definitely miss them. Again, I've had 2 children born in since we've pretty much stopped, you know, you know, and so I don't know how it's going to be.
Yeah, I like that plan. Well, congratulations on everything, man. And good luck.
Thank you.
And with the new jam, listen to Easy on iHeartRadio or wherever you get new music. Nick, thanks for checking in, brother.
On with Mario Lopez.